Welcome to Gaming with Magus. Hi, your humble Magus.
Like, what's up, dude? Oh my god, he went into the wall!
And you thought I fixed all Cyberpunk's bugs.
Piss off!
Oh, great chickens! I'm not worthy. Let me get to your level. Yes, I know. You are the masters of this village. That's my problem. I need to totally confuse them that they're going to be attacked by a fluffy bear. That's right. That's what we're doing. Oh! You're not supposed to be able to renegotiate the deal, lady. Don't mess with Zell. She'll just tear you up, boy. Don't gift me a sub. Don't you dare do that. Don't you do that and help out the channel. Because, you know. Hello there. Hi. I'm Magus. And welcome to Gaming with Magus. So, we're back for some Pikmin 4. And my first impression about this game is that it is obviously utilizing more of the hardware, so it's looking a little bit better. And so far, kind of liking the Poochie thing, not too crazy where it's OP. Poochie's not invincible. Poochie has health, so you can't just blindly send her in there. It's like, forget the Pikmin. You do need the Pikmin. It's more of like having a little mini vehicle to a certain extent, which is of interest. Instead of giving you like a mechanical rover or something to carry your Pikmin or various other things, which they could have done. They decided to go with something more organic, which is interesting. I think it probably made for better gameplay is more likely the case because that's how Nintendo usually rolls. Do I think it's too easy? Hard to say, considering the fact that this game is very early in the game itself. There's a lot of cutscenes and things, which isn't a big deal, but that takes up time. So I will reserve judgment if I think it's too easy. But realistically, what it's not hard is getting used to the controls and using it. Though I'll reserve judgment on if that's the level of depth that we have, and that's it. We shall see. We're already getting a bunch of the rescue crew and whatnot back. I don't know if there's much past getting the rescue crew and that's it. And then you go get Omar and then it's done or what? I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing that's how that's going to go down, but we shall see. It doesn't look like you have to collect a lot of ship parts. The ship appears to be in fairly good working order for the most part. But we'll see. Unlike when Omar first landed and his ship was in pieces, and unlike in Pikmin 2, where you're gathering treasures to essentially pay back the debts, with Pikmin 3, you have a somewhat similar storyline that you have with Pikmin 4. You had a rescue crew, or they just found, hey, this planet has stuff, so they went down, then they crashed. Their ship was in order. There was nothing wrong with their ship. They just had to find the other people, and it was a lot more strenuous to find them, per se, specifically the captain. Now, the difference between that and this is you were finding parts to increase range and do things, and I think this falls along those lines. You are gathering, I guess, treasures that are being used to power up your ship to give you additional range to do things. I, I don't know. We'll see. Um, but it's of interest. Also, um, I'm not entirely sure um how some of the stuff works because they're like, let's not climb over a log. Let's go down to a deep, dark hole and then blow ourselves back up another hole to get over a log. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if there's going to be more instances of that or that was just the beginning level. Hey, look, we need to force their hand type of a deal. I'm not sure. But what we will do is we'll get into it. We'll see what's going on and we'll see what we can do and enjoy more of this. How many streams is this game going to be? I don't know. If it's really easy, maybe I'll blow through this real quick. We'll see. In the meantime, before we get into the game, let's talk about how the channel's doing. Well, we have 63 followers on Kick, which is great. There's been a bunch of people following over there. If we get 7 more up to 70, that'd be awesome. I see one person watching on Kick. Um, on Rumble, we're seeing at 266 followers. It's stalled a bit, and that's been off and on. But I know you guys have been watching my content, which is really great. Um, I'm happy to see that you guys are enjoying it. If you have any comments, please leave a comment. I will respond to all of them. And of course, I love the fact that Rumble it monetizes you right away, and it doesn't have draconian copyright nonsense like they do on YouTube. So I highly recommend it. Hashtag Rumble Gaming. Let's go. Now, as far as Twitch, we finally got to 110, but can I break my record and get to 111 subscribers, or not subscribers, followers on Twitch? Let's see. Discoverability is not great on Twitch. And to be honest, I wanted to thank Crystal Poppin and, of course, Tormented 2. And let's see, who else? And Jordan East for basically coming over and giving me a follow. I greatly appreciate that. Um, they some of them did come in and talk to me, which was kind of cool. Maybe they'll pop in back tonight. We shall see. Now, YouTube. YouTube is of interest. So on YouTube, the good news is we're steadily gaining subscribers. I got 442 subscribers over there, which is great. We're making great strides in that situation. Um, let's see. Do I have a thing here? They're not always good about some of this stuff. Hold on. Yeah. I don't know why they're not good about this. Um, Again, thank you for subscribing to my channel. It costs you nothing, helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. We're working to get up to um, 450 is our first immediate goal, though I would like to get up to 500 subscribers. My ultimate goal being 1,000. Let's go. Shouldn't be too hard, but of course, my watch hours are kind of down, and I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know how much of that is other things within YouTube doing weird stuff. Um, Please come watch my content. Leave it on the background or watch it. I have playlists that should help out. I got all kinds of content that would keep your interest, whether it's Super Mario RPG, Pikmin 1, 2, and 3. I've also done Cyberpunk, Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy Remake, Rebirth, Final Fantasy 16 with the DLC, Cyberpunk, Clair Obscura Expedition 33. I'm doing Black Myth Wukong right now. I did Metroid Prime 4. Let's see, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, which is a warrior style game based on Zelda stuff. Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I'm doing GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, and of course, I also have a bunch of kids games as well. So there's something for everyone. Let's just say. If you do have a suggestion on a game you would like to see me play, enjoy, or suffer through, please, um, comment down below or send it to me on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or X. But also following those are also good because that way, if something changes, you know what's going on. But on that note, enough of the chit chat. Let's go ahead and get back into it real quick. We need to make sure to transition because I sometimes don't do that. And then you're like, what are you playing? You're funny and all, but I'd like to see the game. So let's do that. Hey, look, it's my game. Alrighty. So let's get into it. I can collect platinum points. Thanks. I appreciate you telling me these things. And you know what's the funniest thing? This is a Nintendo Switch game. Not Switch 2, Switch game. Looks pretty good, honestly, compared to Pikmin 3. And Pikmin 3 was originally a Wii U game. Real. It took a long time to make this game. I do like the closer perspective. It gives you more of a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of vibe. If you haven't watched it, or you're like, what? It's an old 80s movie with Rick Moranis, and they do like a backyard type of thing, and the kids are way shrunk down. Technically smaller than the Pikmin to a certain extent, which is of interest, I think, right? Yeah, maybe. They're about the size of it. They can ride ants like they're horses. So maybe a little bit smaller, but still of interest. It's a fun movie. All right. Let's get into it. Go. All right. So I have updated things. Now, I'm guessing it defaulted to relaxed. And that would be for people having a hard time. Now, it could have been on normal, and relaxed is just a new setting that they have because maybe people complained that it was too hard. So there's this. Creatures behave normal, which means when they spot prey, they attack. It's fierce. Creatures will be fierce. They have increased stamina and will eat more. You'll be limited to the amount of 60 Pikmin to control. Now, we're going to do normal. We're not doing fear. There's no need for that. Those are for people that play the game over and over again and are looking for a challenge, which is good. I like when they do that. I don't know if I 100% agree with the limitation of Pikmin. That might make certain things like ridiculous. If you want to buff some of the characters or make certain characters weaker, okay, fine. Have you noticed the field camera got in your backpack, Matt? Well, it does more than take pictures. You can also use it to customize your favorite shot. It's perfect for a field work. Really? My latest invention will go down in history. That's funny. So we got a bunch of people here. Okay, so we've technically rescued 4 because Poochie is considered one of the rescue team. So we rescued a lot of people in the last stream. So we will see. Let's go to here. Can we? Maybe we go here. If you're not sure what you need to do next, you can always check missions for some ideas. Let's go explore. Which area would you like to explore? Well, I guess we'll go there because we've only explored very little of it. And it's the only area we got. Clearly, they must have provisions if I never have to gather any, like, food. Man, why is it taking so long to load? I mean, it's not too bad, but... Let's see. What are my options? So... I wonder if I can get... So... This is bad. Ochi can't swim. Call him back with the land whistle. Really? You can't swim, Och? Man, those videos lied to me then. Wow. Sorry about that. Had I known, I wouldn't have done anything. Alright. Oh, okay. Hey, Och. Where you at? You. Alright. I think what I want to do is go up here? No. Right? Yeah. The ground just started moving. I groped for a way forward, but only could find progress on my own. I wonder if Moss may be able to help me out of this mess. I guess that's all we can take. Interesting. Hmm. Oh no! This isn't supposed to happen. Ochi's all the way over there. Captain, what's the protocol for a situation like that? You and Ochi need to find our rendezvous point, Megas. Open Y actions and use the L stick to select switch to explore as Ochi. Okay. Alrighty. Won't want to fall down there. Let's see here. What do we got? We got some items up there. We have some crystal thingies here. We have things here we can take down. Let's go this way. Oh. Okay. So, it looks like... Alright, so we use this. We're going to go over here. Okay. Then we're going to switch it Och. No. Okay. Then we're going to step on this. Then we're going to switch. Okay. We're now going to go this way. Like that. We're going to pick these guys. Yellow Pikmin. It's shocking. It's a new type of Pikmin. I should check to see if Captain Omar's log says anything about them. The yellow Pikmin. I've decided to call them the yellow-colored Pikmin with large ear-like appendages. The yellow Pikmin. I like that name a lot. More like ear Pikmin. They're resistant to electricity and they fly high when thrown. Plus, they're good at digging. Resistant to electricity? How unusual. What in the world are they made of? It sounds like potentially useful quality, though. Just be careful how you deploy them. They aren't that many. Well, yeah. Okay. So. We're going to switch. Switch. We're going to go back down. Switch. I don't like the fact you have to confirm it, but I'm guessing it's to make sure you don't accidentally, like, switch when you didn't mean to. But it's kind of annoying. Okay. Oh, so wait a minute. What if I do this? I think I know what I need to do. Okay. So we switch his Ouch. Get him off. We're gonna have him go over here. Okay. Yeah, I know. Something's blocking the path. Find a way to clear the path. Wait until they go over there and I'll hit the red button so that way. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna switch back. Okay. We will go up here. So, which will do this. Which you can now go this way. Okay, he'll go that way. Okay, so that takes care of, I think, all the treasures? No. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna go over and get these last couple of rocks. Okay. Now let's go here. Alright, we should be able to go further now deep. Now we collected everything. Okay. Next 2K, look at Jack Dory on Kick. His channel got nuked. Okay. Why is his channel get nuked? What did he do? Alright. Huh? Must be a castaway nearby. So there is a thing there. Ah. He can't fit through there, per se. But that doesn't mean... Ochi's gonna have to stay there. Oh. Where you go? Alright. Watch out for yellow Pikmin. Really? You don't say. Okay. Have them push that down. I wonder, can they get that item? How's that gonna work? Hmm. Okay, so we got all that. Our issue now is we need Ochi. Huh. Iron fence lowered. Huh. Okay, so we get more yellow peak, which is good. Alrighty. Got him. Think it might find another rescue officer. Let's hurry and verify their ID. Swans. Cigarette. Claimed treasure appraiser who's traveled extensively. His unique techniques were used to develop a leading appraisal AI. Okay. Hang on. There's no rescue officer. Who is this, and how did he get here? ID shows that he's a treasure appraiser. What's he doing on this planet? Hmm, I wonder. You remember the voyage log that arrived with Captain Omar's SOS signal? Perhaps there were others who picked up the signal, saw along, and decided to come all this way in search of treasure. Maybe they ended up like Captain Omar's ship. Too shipwrecked and stranded. That's my hunch anyway. It's a pretty good hunch. I like to think the appraiser is the only one, but we should keep an eye out for more civilian castaways and be ready to rescue them too. Chances are they're in danger. I'm officially adding this to our mission list. Got it, you two? Okay. As if we didn't have enough work finding Captain Omar Rescue Corps, there are also civilian castaways on this planet. Rescue any that you come across. Of course, we have no idea how many. Alright. So what we got? I'm pretty sure we got all the treasures. So I think at this point we go back up, right? Yes. So crazy crew, guess what? I built my PC. Took me 5 days, but it works. Well, congratulations, crazy crew. Let me take a second here. So, what'd you learn from building your PC? Other than what it looks? I'll be honest with you. Once you do it, it becomes much easier. I think there's a lot of stress and anxiety because when you're pushing down on that um, angle piece on the socket and you're putting the chip in, you're probably like all stressed out. Totally understand it because you think you're going to break something and so on and so forth. But the good news is it's much easier than it used to be. And technically, you could say with the NVMe drives, depending on what motherboard you have, it's easier or harder than the past. I thought it was going to be a 2-hour project. Nope, I was wrong. Oh, no. Well, I mean, listen. Physically putting it together, especially if you haven't put a PC together, it's going to take you a while, right? So you got to get everything out. So you get the motherboard out. You got to put the CPU in, right? You're taking extra time and being careful, lining things up. It doesn't take long once you know what you're doing. Putting whatever you're doing for a cooling solution on, doing the thermal paste. If you haven't done it before, that can take a little bit. You got to plug in the adapter into the header for the fan. If you don't know, you got to look it up in the manual. Those sometimes they have it written on there. But the thing is a beast. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that. And to be honest, it's probably better than what you've experienced in the past because either A, it was old, or B, it was kind of probably like milquetoast. So it's always going to be better when you build your own PC. Plus, there's a sense of accomplishment. But the cool thing is, now you've built your PC, if you want to upgrade, some stuff stays the same and you don't have to change anything, which is great. I'm talking like 80 frames per second ultra. Okay. Cool. What what game though? See, the thing is, saying 80 frames per second ultra depends on what the game is to say whether it's impressive. If it's Fortnite, you're like, because you really should be getting something way higher than that. But if we're talking like Black Myth, Wukong, things like that, which they are really demanding or whatever, then it becomes super impressive. But anything, I think the standard for most people is like, hey, can I get 60 frames a second, right? That's where most people are really comfortable with. And then it's just depending upon, settings and like ray tracing and are you doing DLS. The other thing you got to watch, I think you said you got a GeForce card. You got to watch the DLSS because it might accidentally turn on, or by design, honestly, frame generation. And that's where it makes fake frames. And it's not really generating all those frames. It's like it adds input latency because it's not actually rendering all those, and so there could be a little bit of delay when using your mouse and keyboard or your controller. So be careful of that when you're doing that. Anything to do with frame generation will do that. Upscaling is a different story. All you're doing is you're rendering a lower resolution and then scaling it up. That's usually a pretty good thing, but be mindful that more you use ray tracing and all these different features, it uses more VRAM. So you got to be careful about that. Have you noticed what the price of NVMe drives are lately? Oh, I don't want AI frames. Well, NVIDIA's things are getting better, but the biggest thing is you're going to get input lag, which sometimes doesn't feel good. It's getting a little bit better, but it's kind of like can you just render it better? It's almost a crutch where how can we lower the amount of cost, not give you as much GPU, and make it kind of work. And it's like, okay, there's going to be a point where NVIDIA actually has to do something and make it better, because if you haven't been paying attention, they've basically kept the performance relatively similar through the next couple of generations. And so they consequently, they've been cutting down on normal stuff, which would be memory bandwidth on the board itself, which is horrible when it comes to all kinds of things. And it's like, really? So they try to up the RAM speed. They try to do fake frames and all manner of things. Oh yeah, it's crazy. I did it just in time. It was $26.50 with warranty and tax. Well, yeah, I mean, what was it? It's not as bad as RAM, but I'm pretty sure. I think I saw a 4 terabyte NVMe drive. I want to say there was one that was like $200-300, and now it's like a lot of money. And 1 terabyte's good. 2 terabyte, like what I'm rocking now, is okay. Though to be honest, a lot of games, if they're 100 gigabyte, you're at a certain point, you're like, man, I really need a bigger drive. And I kind of feel that with some of the stuff I'm doing. That'll resolve itself at a certain point, but it's kind of a thing. But yeah, and then RAM, graphics card's gone up in price. The 9070 XT that I picked up for, what was it, 50, 80, or $580 is now nearly, I want to say $700. Got a 1 terabyte, and I had a 2 terabyte laying around. That's cool, because I'm running a 2 terabyte from my OS drive, and then I'm running a 2 terabyte that I threw in there extra that I'm recording all my gameplay stuff to, so that way if anything ever happened to my actual PC for whatever reason, I don't lose my stuff. Plus it helps when it comes to rendering and everything else like that, because it's very easy to run out of that when trying to do things. So it kind of helps with that a little bit. I think we'd be happy if we could get the 4 terabyte drives, but the biggest issue with that is just the fact that I haven't really seen the price on NVMe drives come down in a long while. They were kind of stagnant there for a bit. They need to come down further, but then all this crazy nonsense happened. There was no real breakthroughs or anything, so we'll see. I don't know if you heard, though, I think the PlayStation 6, the Xbox, and everything else is being delayed until at least 2027, at least. No, I'm sorry, 2028, maybe? It's kind of crazy. I have 3 or 4 SSD slots. Okay, be very careful about the NVMe slots. On the motherboard, there are slots that interface directly with the CPU. They're the ones you want to use. Do not use any of the ones that go through the chipset, because they'll be slower, because they have to go through an extra layer, and you wouldn't want to use those if you can get away with it. Got a deal with my GPU that sold the one I had, gave me a discount on another, and it was a brand new PNY 5070 Ti. Cool. At least you got 16 gigs of RAM, which is good, instead of Asus. Honestly, most of them, they're going to be marginally better. They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I really have to have the Asus model because it's so much faster, because that's not just how the way it is. They'll have a cooler or look. They might have marginally more performance, but generally it's not worth spending the money at all for the price difference on those. And even with the lower end cards, it's even like, what are you wasting your money on? You're like paying for this huge cooling solution that your thing can't use. I got 32 gigs of RAM. Hey, that's a respectable amount for most people. 16 would be sufficient for most, but 32 will give you room to grow, which is good. You're not doing the crazy nonsense that I'm doing, so you don't need 64 gigs like I do. So you know how that goes. And to be honest with you, I don't think I use it all myself. What processor did you get? They're basically the same. Ryzen 9. Do you know what model? Because there's a few Ryzen 9s, unfortunately. Because you got the if it's this current generation, you're looking at, was it the 9900? Then you had the 9950, and then you have the 9900 X3D, the 9950 X3D, and all that stuff. Because the one that's the 99 or the 79, or that's typically the 12 core part, whereas the other one is the 16 core part, meaning each CCD, and there's two of them, so it'd be 6 and 6, or with the 16 core one, it's 8 and 8. X3D 9900, something like that. Okay, so basically you got two 6-core processors, and one of them has the X3D package. What I have in here is the 7950 X3D. So basically it's got 8 and 8 cores, and it's got the X3D stuff on one of the cores. The reason why I went with that one was basically half of my processor is like the better gaming graphics card, CPU, which is the 79, well, at that time it would have been 7800 X3D, so 8 cores and 8 all the 3D V cache, which is great for gaming. But then I have the extra cores, and they're doing all my rendering for all my streams and stuff like this, which is good. Or there'd be no point in me spending the money on it. The good news is, if you haven't been hearing, not that you're going to be upgrading or doing anything soon that you would need to, because you're plenty fine. The next processor they're going to come out with, which supposedly they were going to be coming out, but I'll be honest, they might be delayed till 2029, is what crazy things are you doing with your PC? Well, what am I doing right now? Right now, I'm streaming a 1440p, 2560 by 1440p to, I'm graphics cards rendering it for Twitch. It's locally recording it on my PC in AV1 instead of 264. My processor is doing the streaming encoding for YouTube, Kick, and Rumble all on its own. And yes, I'm doing it with the console, but I can do this by playing on my PC, playing a 3D game in and of itself. So, yeah. I can push it sometimes. So, example, if I go to play like the DLC for Cyberpunk, or I play some of the other PC games like Overwatch doesn't push it too much, but it's all locally being done on this one PC and nothing else. Plus, don't forget, when I go to render the actual video, I'm using brute force to basically render the videos and make things happen. So that ends up happening. Plus, if I decide to do AI stuff, I could do that. But to be honest with you, not really. That sweet last question. How can I test my performance on my PC? Okay. So it varies upon what you're trying to do. What you would want to do if you want a comparison is, you can test things yourself to see, but honestly, it may not give you an apples to oranges type of comparison, because unless you have the exact same test bench with the exact same processor, RAM, and everything else, it's hard to gauge how good your parts are. And depending on what you're doing, CPU isn't going to have much in the way of gaming benchmarks. Like, oh my gosh, I got this faster processor, it's going to make a huge difference. It's not. The thing that's going to make a huge difference typically is the graphics card. And as long as you're maxed at 100% of the graphics card, then in utilization, then you're going to be perfectly fine with the CPU. If it ever dropped below that, that means the CPU can't provide enough oomph for the graphics card. I think for that processor and that graphics card, you're going to be plenty fine. I'm mostly making apps with my PC and playing games. Playing games is going to be perfectly fine for what you have. As far as making apps, well, it really depends on the type of apps you're making. Typically, coding doesn't take a whole lot and things like that. Um, but it depends on what type of apps. Are they 3D apps, like you're making 3D games, like, for cell phones? Are you making apps that's just text based and maybe some just flat graphics? Those won't take much, right? Um, the only thing you're going to notice potentially with an X3D chip per se is there going to be a little bit more caching and whatnot, predictive stuff, which may make it seem like it's a little bit snappier when you're doing things, but it'll just really depend. Typically, though, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it will probably not enable the 3D cache cores and go to the regular cores unless you're doing gaming per se. But that's usually my understanding, because the non 3D cache cores are actually clocked higher than the 3D cache cores. Typically in the past, though, with your version, I don't think that's 100% true. So, um, so that's what's going on. I'm making an app that uses AI that I made to watch cattle. Okay, well, that's completely different. So, if you're making an app that uses AI, again, it's still coding to a degree. Um, though, if you're testing it out and things like that, you're probably utilizing your graphics card a little bit more than you're using the processor for the most part. It really depends, because you could do it via the CPU, but more than likely the graphics card is going to be um, faster. But realistically, when you go to test the app on various platforms, right, because it's for a smartphone, then you're going to be like, okay, well, this app runs better on this model of phone or whatever like that, and you would test it with that. But if it's an app for a PC to test it, like it's an actual application and not like an app on a phone, then you would need to give requirements as to what you think would run halfway decently. You have a fairly decent card. A lot of people probably don't have cards like that, so keep that in mind if you want to scale down to see whether or not you want to generalize it. You want to look at the cheaper GPUs and see if they can run it or not with their limited amount of RAM, like 8 gigs or less. And of course, and that's going to be hard with AI, but also just something that's a Titanium, because the more people that have hardware that everyone has that can use the app, the better off you're going to be. I also have a server in my basement. Thanks for the tip so much. I enjoyed Tech Talks with you. And don't worry, it will be edited for Tech Talks. Because if you ask these questions, other people are going to ask them. It's very lightweight. Okay, and that's fine. Again, and here's the thing. What people seem to forget, AI is just coding, right? I program it to react a certain way to a certain input or stimuli or whatever it is, right? Like that's kind of stuff's been around forever. It's just it's gotten way more advanced and fancier, where you don't have to put in as much to get as much out, right? Or I can write a couple of things and get it to do things without having to write a whole bunch of code. So it's a lot different than, but it's a thing, right? So it's good to see. I will be honest, I have see some crazy AI stuff. I was looking at this car thing on Throttle, and they were trying to put together a what was it? I want to say it was a Toyota MR2, and they were rebuilding it. And the guy literally put in voice mode and was looking at things and basically diagnosing, hey, here's what I think's a problem. This is what you should check or look at. And then was actually ribbing on like one of the guys that was there talking and whatnot, and was kind of making fun of him a little bit. It was hilarious. It's towards the end where they got the engine into the bay. You should really, if it's the weirdest thing ever. I'm like, whoa, it's crazy. Like, I've seen some AI stuff, but that was pretty advanced. I was like, wow, I don't know what he was using because they don't call it out, but it was pretty nuts. But it was pretty accurate, which was funny too. AI has helped fix the little problems. I mean, here's the thing. In human history, you see a need, you fill a need. And when you see a need and you fulfill that need, you're going to be successful. When you have a solution, but you don't have a problem, like Microsoft, then it becomes a problem. Microsoft has a bunch of stuff with AI, but they're looking for a way to market it, and they don't have anything. And in some cases, they're trying to create problems or whatever. And it's like, I don't want that. I don't need that, right? And to a certain extent, you could almost say something similar to a lot of the AIs, to a certain extent, that they're trying all kinds of crazy stuff. They don't know what they can do with it. I mean, you could harken it back to like when, let me be real, depending on age, when the internet first came out, there was a lot of websites and stuff. Very, very basic. It was free and open. You could get to anything. Nothing cost anything. You didn't have to log into anything. There weren't really a whole lot of ads or anything. And it was kind of cool. But the thing is, everything was extremely basic. And it was like, what am I doing with this, right? Fast forward to now, and you see how we're utilizing the internet, right? We're using the internet to communicate, to stream videos, to, um, you know, download software updates for programs and things like that, update games that before they would have been locked down, to all manner of things, right? That wasn't even thought of when we first had the internet. I have a feeling it's going to be similar to AI to a certain extent. We just need to be mindful of that because some of these CEOs have been laying off people, think they can replace them with AI, and then finding out the real hard truth that no, not really. And then they screwed up the stuff. Claude's your favorite? I think it really depends upon use case, right? If you learn anything about AI, they ingest all this stuff into them. They're trained on things, but depending upon what they're trained on, certain things are going to be better than others. So my editor, instead of doing Snapchat filters, likes to do Chat GPT to do pictures and things like that because it's a fun pastime. And it is great and wonderful, but then, there's a limit and she doesn't want to sign up and pay money. When she goes to do other ones, they don't turn out as well. Now, they may be better at doing different things, sort of like Claude. It just really depends on what you're trying to use it for, right? And again, that goes back to the, I have a problem. Here's, what can you do for me? Oh, I have a solution versus, I don't know if they've really figured out niches or, hey, this is what it's good for. Like, they haven't got to that part yet. They're very generalistic right now, to a degree. So I think AI has its uses like any other tool. Yeah, it's all good. My questions. I got to head out and get some sleep. I hear you. It's always good that you come by and whatnot and chat. I'm glad you built your PC and you're enjoying it. And hopefully things go well. The only bit of advice I will give you is if you can, if you have home and you can upgrade the pros, you can delay when you get Windows updates. That might come in handy because recently a lot of Windows updates have broken people's PCs. I would definitely back up your data and not keep anything on your OS drive just in case, because I've just seen way too much where Microsoft has been breaking things because of AI. So they don't want to admit to it, but yes. So it is what it is. So let me go ahead and get back into this game here real quick and let you roll out. Because some people need to get sleep in this place. Not me. No, I stay up late. I usually roll with maybe 5 to 6 hours of sleep if I'm lucky. So we saved one guy, the rescue crew. Completed that. Okay. What's the problem? Oh, I see. The Pikmin won't follow you into the surface. Yeah, there's a limit to how many and what types of Pikmin you can have on the surface at one time. Don't worry about the rest when you choose which Pikmin to take. Any remaining Pikmin will go back to the onion with the SS Beagle. Okay, so I do have my yellow Pikmin. That's cool. Okay. I really need to, like, upgrade. So many types of Pikmin. Oh, yeah, Windows has been glitching my PC. Yeah, but it's for another day. I talked to you there. Oh, that's cool. Hey. Perfectly fine. Look at all those crystals. Ah. Really? Guess I didn't throw enough Pikmin at it. Let's see. What do we have here? I think I've cleared most. Let me look. Get in there. Okay, so there's some type of thing. Okay. So we've done all those. Okay. I need to sit back a bit. Oh, what's over here? Ooh. Ooh. I see something of use. Let's see here. I didn't do anything. Okay. Bet the yellow people can reach it. Yeah, you think? Yeah, because I need to increase my Pikmin. This is the first game where they limit the amount of Pikmin that you have. I wonder if you could throw Pikmin at that thing. Here goes the onion. It does get bigger, though. We can take out 10 more Pikmin now. This should speed up our search. Wonder. Can I? Can I do this? No, it doesn't look like it. Dang it. There's gotta be a way to do this, though. Let's see. What are my options? Oh, wait a minute. Is it this way? Aha. midday. All right, so we'll push that down. Okay, and then we'll take off the yellows. Alright, so we got that treasure going. Let's see, we can take care of this electric gate. Here we go. Binoculars. We got enough sparkling. You did it! Really did a great job, OG. Thanks. And Marcus, with all the energy you collected, we can continue our restoration of our SS Shepard radar. New treasure. Alright. How we doing on that gate there, sirs? We're gonna get the frost to do things. Okay, what we got here? Got some water. Got some pots. Ah. Some buttons. Ah. We found the yellow onion.
What?
Look at that! Another onion! This one's a different color from the first one we found. Will it also move on soon after we transport it? It might. Push that bag. I think I see someone up there. Yeah. So I don't know how I'm getting up there without Ochi being able to swim in water. Alrighty. It turned yellow? What's it doing then? Aha! It's split! It's got two halves. Took the other onion. Unbelievable. The onion's fused and now they're just one with two colors. Wait, do you think it'll be able to propagate Pikmin of both types now? Darn straight, let's go. Ooh, and now these things do stuff. So we got some things here to do. Okay. What else we got? About the most we can do. I don't think we can break down that wall. We can't get that person there, but maybe I see a pipe by them. Going through the one pipe might lead to them. Oh, here we go. Haha! In right before the timer. Or the buzzer. Let's go. Did a lot. Not just that one day. We opened up a lot. We finished a lot. And we did find another person, which I think we should be able to find them. Though, is that a civilian or is that part of the crew? I have a feeling they're a civilian. That's just my feeling. No, I think they had a blue suit. I don't know. Expanded radar search range. We're gonna restore the SS Shepherd's radar and expand search area. You need to go out and find and gather more sparklium. Okay, yeah, I kind of gathered that. This will expand the range and help us pick up distance SOS signals. Give it a spin. Almost done. Huzzah! We detected multiple SOS signals. Hope this gets us closer to finding our missing officers and Captain Olmar. Make a record of that area right away, Colin. Treasure appraiser. Great adventure. Bonus. Gold. Oh, what's this star-shaped metal?
Well, hey.
Russ tinkered with the appraisal area. Now be able to see when you collected all the treasures in a series. Hee hee hee. There's a resonance in the wave patterns for treasures of the same type. Let's extract even more sparklium. Can't say that I get the science behind it, but it sounds like we should try to collect complete series. Yeah, and then we got the buttons, perforated rafts. Still shocked that Captain Omar isn't the only castaway on this planet. Well, Omar's SOS signal was transmitted across the entirety of outer space, so it's not completely unexpected that the message would capture the attention of adventure seekers and draw them here. And the rescue corps? Now it's our duty to rescue every last one of them. I love the enthusiasm. Of course, the more rescues we make, the more crowded the rescue command post will get. Colin, I need you to further develop and expand the rescue command post. Copy that, Captain. My list of duties just keeps getting longer and longer. So there's what? 3 we're missing? Okay. Well then. Let's talk about Uchi. When you've completed your training and mastered all the skills, I'm certain you'll see things in a whole new light. Let's train. That's the spirit. Now let's get started then. Let's see. Jump, learn, dig, learn. We got heal. We got learn command 2. And there's 3 levels of it. Okay. Rush level. Shortens the energy charge to take a little. Chomp. Learn buff. Increases Ochi strength and makes him better at physical tasks. The brawn of 5 Pikmin will be more effective. Let's do heal. Okay, can we not? Oh, it takes 3 to do that. Hmm. I don't want to waste it. Keep up the good work. Remember, no slacking. Okay. Let's see what he says. I have no doubt that the gear and I've created will be pivotal in your exploration. I guarantee it. Is the lab. Hee hee hee. Let's get started. Treasure gauge. Detects treasures and castaways nearby. No need to rely on your natural instinct to guide you now. I guess. Scorch guard. Made from fireproof fabric, it'll protect you from fire and inferno. See, now this might be worth it. Let's get both. If we get more, we can get that, but be honest. Come back and see me if there's anything else you need. Now, do you have to equip them, or are they automatic? Looks like they're good. Alright. Let's do exploring. I'm picking up some signals that might be coming from other castaways in the most recent discovered areas. There could be a stranded rescue officer out there. We're counting on you to rescue them, preferably very soon. Let's explore. Which area would you like to explore? Well, without blue Pikmin to get the one, I think the one area is fairly explored. Let's do this one for fun. Blossoming Arcadia. Let's freaking go, dude! New areas. Cherry blossoms. Let's go. I got a couple different Pikmin to work with. Let's see. We'll do 20 of these. Yeah. Let's go. Dang it. Don't need that many reds. Alright. Serve waters. Oh. What in the world?
Oh, wow.
Red alert. I see something. Or someone. And who's that next to him? Looks like they're any of our rescue officers. Hey, what's going on here? What are they planning to do with that castaway? You need to rescue them. And quick, Magus, Gochi, let's go. Okay.
No.
Huh? What's going on? The Pikmin aren't falling for some reason. I guess you two are on your own. Good luck, Magus. You too, Ochi. Oh, really? Is that so? Trial run. Okay. What is this place? I guess you could figure that out later. For now, let's focus on finding that castaway. What? I see them over there. What? What in the world? Those who do not embrace Dendori cannot survive this planet, but if they grow the leaves, they will thrive. Do skin have one? Do you believe you do not need the leaves? I will test your abilities to see if this is true. Okay. I invite you to face me in Dendori battle. I provide Pikmin you need to support and challenge ahead. Listen closely. Find objects and transport them back to your base within the time limit to win. Collect the highest total combined weight. If you wish to achieve your castaway, prove that your Dandori abilities are superior to mine. Now, the Dandori battle begins. Oh my gosh. That's it. I think I pwned him. That's right. See my blue line? Let's go. You won. The strength of your Dundori power is magnificent. I will return this one to you. Okay, but he's got purple hair now. This is just left? Who in the space and time was that? Well, Whoever they weren't lying. Their Dendori talents were on full display. Now, let's get this castaway out of here. Yep, turn him into a Pikmin. How does that work? That was weird and interesting. Huh? They're really growing leaves out of their heads. They seem to be suffering from the same condition as the leafy individual you just challenged. Transport them back to the SS Beagle right away. Okay. Just can't get over the fact they have leaves growing out of their head and their faces are all, well, butchy. Let's check their ID info. Error. Home planet PNF 404. Error. Unable to read data. What's this? Unable to read data. They should have had biometric authentication, but this is definitely an issue. How are we supposed to find out who this is? Where? Pikmin need raw materials to continue. Find more, return. Guess I need more peoples. Okay. Yeah, you tell him. You tell him. Dig. Hmm. On the other side. Okay. Let's see if we can go over here and get this guy from the bridge. Okay. More stuff that way. They're handling that. New cave. Oh, there's some raw materials over there. Okay. That takes care of that. We'll go over here with the extra coal Pikmin, see if we can break down that wall. Okay. That's kind of funny. Freezing the enemies, that's funny as all get out. About time, man. Do I have all my guys? I don't think there's any guys there, or there. A bunch of building material there. A bunch of stuff up there. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh, not Ochi! Ochi knocked out. Oh no, Ochi! Let's hurry and get the pup. You're on for a bit if you don't give up your mission. You can do this, Magus. Oh well, let's see the rest of the base for a while. I'm sure he'll be fine. Okay. We lost some Pikmin to that silly thing. Well, there's a yellow peak there, but oh well. Oh, we lost some. Dang it. I don't know where they were at, but okay. No, we lost Pikmin. I'm not gonna go back to try to save for Pikmin. That's just crazy. Brum, brum, wow, 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 wow. They have leaves growing out of their heads, so it's odd. There's poisonous oxygen in this plant's atmosphere. They shouldn't be able to survive without their helmet. Something's very strange is going on here. The cats we rescued today, were those leaves growing out of their head? I believe so, and they weren't just sleepy. They're completely overgrown. There's no way to tell who they are. Maybe we'll get some more information after we examine by their doctor. Maybe, but first we need to find them. Till then, let's let this Kesway get some rest. Hmm. Any updates on this castaway? What's the current condition? Nothing new to report. They're still asleep. They haven't responded to any of our attempts to wake them. The oddest thing is they don't seem to need a helmet to breathe, and we have no idea how that's possible. We need to get to our doctor involved ASAP. In the meantime, we're counting you to locate the remaining rescue officers. Collect more treasure. Understood? Copy that. Excellent. You're going to fit right in around here. I can tell already. I hereby call this morning's strategy meeting to a close. Copy that, Captain. Alright. Hee, create a new item. Well, the prototype with the materials I had on hand, and you come and see yourself. Hee, let's get started. We'll go ahead and do the treasure gauge. Why not? Come back and see me. Anything else? Let's get Smoochy some stuff. To ensure the success of the rescue mission, there are 3 things you must do. Train, and more training. I like to train. That's the spirit. Let's get started then. Chomp. Everything else is leveled. So to go up to level 2. 1, 2, and then 3 and 3. Got level. He's got all these abilities. They're level 1. Let's buff him. Because if I do an Endure, that'll help. You can carry now. You put everything you had into training. What a good boy, Yoshi. Let's. Yes, you are. Now have a special treat for you. Keep the good work. Remember, no slacking. We'll set off here. The SS Piglet can take off whenever you're ready. Let's go. Which area you like to explore? Clearly, the Arcadia thing. Because there was a lot more to do there. Though I'm going to have to get blue Pikmin or something at some point. Alrighty. Magus, come in over. Ochi has never really liked getting wet, so I've been working on it with him in the bathtub aboard the SS Shepherd. Last night, he had a big breakthrough. Your rescue pup can swim. Now, she tells me. Now he's over his dislike of water, he can jump in and use doggy paddle to swim through any water obstacle. Get on Ochi's back with the Pikmin, and you can run him across body's water and explore new areas. About freaking time. Any more ice Pikmin? See if Ochi can track down their scent. Alright. I wonder. Alright. Oh, it's a 50? Well, how am I going to do anything about this? Huh. Guess I can't do anything about those. What is that thing? It's it bearing red seeds. And they're kind of keeping nutrients. Wow, we've collected a lot of those red berries now. Spray consists of red nectar, the ultra spicy compound. Side effects still unknown. After a thorough analysis, it appears that these red berries contain large amounts of ultra spicy essence. I suggest you squeeze 10 of them and put them in the resulting extract into your pack. You never know when you might need it. Raw materials depleted. Alright, let's go down here. Yes, I know. Hurry, repeat you're drowning. Use yours to fall back to shore. It's just straight up dead. Huh? Look at that red arrow. I wonder. I believe this is ultra spicy nectar that was mentioned in the voyage log. Keep that sealed and bottled so it won't leak from impact. These amount ultra spicy and be really useful. You can carry that.
Well, hey.
I forgot they're going up there. I think that's to turn off the sprinkler, I bet you. So we're short 3. Doesn't seem to be interested in me. Interesting. Okay, time to get spicy. What is this, Ochi? Are you happy, Pop? Wow, you look excited as he is. I still went and hailed some of that ultra spicy, but it doesn't seem to be hurting him. It just looks like he's burning with energy. Ah. Oh my gosh. I think I lost a Pikmin, maybe. I lost some cartridges, but what are you gonna do? I think we might have created the thing we need to shut off the water spigot, it looks like. Which was made out of dirt, I guess. Yeah, we did lose 4 Pikmin. Seems easier to lose Pikmin in this game than others, because they kept going back and forth to get things. It's this thing where they needed to be at. Hmm. Okay. What's the percentage? So this ultra spicy nectar, with a color like that, it even looks spicy. Its main ingredient is ultra spicy spray after all. Want to try a lick? Why not? If only for quality control purposes. I wouldn't want to provide my rescue officer with faulty product. Now let's give it a try. Hemp? Woot! Guess it's pretty spicy. Glad I wasn't the one who licked it. Well, look how fast you're moving. Just think, with this you could get twice the amount of work done in half the time. Perhaps. But I think ingesting this nectar directly poses some significant risks. Okay. Kee, new inventions brewing. What you got? Kee, new item created. Well, prototype. Visit the lab. Kee, let's get started. Headlamp. Well, allows you to see better in dark areas. Cool. Brace boots. Intensifies your leg bracing abilities, preventing you from being blown away or sucked up by creatures. That's cool. Ooh, that's 80 though. Come back anytime. Let's do the Ochi thing. Improve your abilities just a little each day. Just in time, add up, and it's not what the two of you are capable of. Let's train. Let's get started then. Let's see. I can get another buff for one. Might as well. Oh, well, you've mastered buff. I knew you could do it, Ochi. That means giving you permission to learn an even more powerful skill. Super buff. Okay. What skill could be better than buff? How about super buff? Gives Ochi the strength of 20 Pikmin. Attaboy. Doggy paddle? Ochi can swim faster when he masters the skill. Watch how smoothly he speeds across the surface of water. So it makes him swim faster? I don't know how important that is for me to spend points on that. Like, the buff thing, definitely. Chomp, I don't know. Rush, eh. Heal, probably. Depending on how you're going to use Ochi. Put everything into that training. What a good boy, Ochi. Yes, you are. Now I have a special treat for you. Keep up the good work, and remember, no slacking. We're all set. The SSB can take off when you're ready. Let's go. Back to our cave, of course. Hmm. All right. Oh, the carcass is there. Out it comes. Hmm. Hmm. Back at my base. There we go. Good work. You stopped the water.
Canuco.
Nice, you're looking at the radar map just now. Why don't you tell me about any function it has?
New pop.
System will mark discovered caves and cleared areas with down or to the right or left. If you go to that spot, the symbol will disappear in a very useful way. Okay. So, I guess I can't get that item yet. 'Cause I don't have enough Pikmin. Shy by 3.
Yamo.
Hmm. That's why. The sprouts are over here. That's what's holding me up. Gotta get all the way back to that fruit now. Shoot, can't go that way. Come on, guys, we gotta get you in there. Yeah, fruits. Whoa! Hmm. Let's see here. Let's switch the base over to here.
Four.
Are you gonna be like that? Oh! Alright. Yeah, uh-oh, the poor pig in shock. Call them. Ah! Okay, we've completed most everything. Okay. Well, the day. Could probably do one more round, I think. So, TP Wow, nice. I think I'll go now. Bye and good luck. Thanks, TP Tao. Thanks for dropping by. Sorry I didn't see you. I got sucked in. Pikmin. Let's go. No matter how much I look at them, I'm still confused. These treasures are mysterious things. Indeed. Who made them? For what possible purpose? Think back to the treasure we found on the first day, the stone advancement. It was able to open and close, right? Maybe it was intended as some sort of makeshift shelter to protect its creator from the wind and the rain. Interesting theory, though likely incorrect. Alright. No point in looking at anything. We'll head back to the area because there is not enough to get that item, and I didn't get any type of other stuff. We're obviously going back to Arcadia. Let's go. No real onions. Not yet, anyway. Next goal is 4,000. It's a lot. Got a lot of reds. Got a fair amount of yellows. But how am I supposed to get any more those? So we got that bridge. It's pretty good. Let's see. Can I get up there to bust that up? Okay, so there's an onion up there. Yeah. Here we go. That gives us a shortcut. There's an onion right there. Okay.
Nothing.
Something wrong? It sucked up the onion, but nothing's happening.
Hello?
Looking at the life signs inside the onion, there are 20 more Pikmin than before. As long as we already have an onion of the same color, the new one will just get turned into nutrients. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. Anything to be had up here? Okay. Okay, swap over here, finish this bridge, and head across. Oh, I got knocked out. Man. That... Yeah, punk. Ochi for the win, bro. That's cool. You can bring him back. We got the bird. Well, at least it was an automatic game over when my character got knocked out, or Ochi gets knocked out. In previous games, if one of the two got knocked out, you were kind of done. %. That's interesting. So you pressed X and it ordered the Pikmin to charge. The charging horn seems a very useful piece of gear. Ah, yes, the power of science is nothing to scoff at. It makes all things possible. See, if you change the frequency like this, now you can make anyone charge. Let me show you. What? What's happening? My body. It's moving all by itself. Stop that right now. What do you think you're doing, Russ? Just showing you how to use it in case of emergency. I will do everything in my power to make sure that emergency never occurs. This guy's just hanging out there. All right. We're going to call it right here. So, how do I think we're doing? I think we're doing good. We're expanding. We're clearing out this other area. There was a lot more to explore. There's a couple more tunnels we can go down. And maybe there's a couple of other areas we can get to. I'm not entirely sure. Probably maybe going to have to revisit the other first area to get the other explorer. Maybe through the tunnel or with now that Ochi can go through water, we will see. But don't know how many people got to rescue. I thought it was only going to be a few more, but now it could be a whole bunch of people plus Omar. Who knows? But if you like what you saw, give me a like, follow, subscribe. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9:30 at twitch.tv/gamewithmagus. I also stream on YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. And you should follow me on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or X. That way, if something changes, you know what's going on. But also, you can use those platforms to make suggestions of games you'd like to see me play, enjoy, or suffer through, or you can comment down below. Until next time, stay adventurous.